I'd like to, in concluding thought, in opposition of, as being under the Torah, the word tachit, alright? I like to take from George Lamsa, which translates this verse. Instead of merely rendering as being under again, Lamsa correctly surmised that reads as being subject to, which is an efficient way of bringing on the Torah understanding that refers to the power of various authorities. In this case, the woman who is subject to the Torah pronouncement that all of us are under sin, but it's not the Torah itself that is sin. Romans chapter 7 verse 12, but rather that the Torah tells us what sin is, and as in Romans chapter 7 again, verse 7 through 9. If we continue the thought further, you read Galatians 4:5, to redeem those under the law or under the Torah, the word takith again, we might receive the adoption of sons. In this context, Rav Shol, alright, or Apostle Paul, the Christians call him, gives here is a proper understanding of what Torah means. By Gentile, grafts them in. This is why he says elsewhere, do not be arrogant or be afraid, for if Elohim did not spare the natural branches, Jews which did not follow Torah, he will not spare you either. Romans chapter 11 verse 21. Seems today that the Gentiles which were grafted in have forgotten Paul's own words, not to be arrogant. And that just as many of them now fall guilty as there are Jewish people who fall guilty. They're putting themselves in submission to Torah. We are not to be in submission to Torah. Torah defines, is the written word. God is the living word. Yeshua is the recreated, live in flesh word that dwelt amongst us. He put the precept into ACTION. It is up to us as individuals to carry it through each and every day of our life. It's really not so hard. It's just us who've made it hard. We try to interpret what it means in fulfillment. You know what? Clean up your room means clean up your room. Doesn't mean just do the laundry. Doesn't mean just make your bed. Doesn't mean just dust off the shelves. It means clean it up. And it's time for all of us believers, whether we're of the Jewish perspective or Christian perspective, to clean up our room, because Daddy is telling us, he hasn't left us a written note, he's telling us, clean up our act and show ourselves righteous and be true followers of HaMashiach by fulfilling every one of his words. I hope that this was in depth enough and I was clear enough. I encourage people watching this, please put your comments up, alright? Don't keep them to yourselves. Your words are just as much an encouragement to me as anything. Somebody said I wasn't clear enough. I'm going to try to slow it down, but understand I'm only allowed 10-minute segments, and that gets pretty hard, so I try to cover as much as I can in 10 minutes. If it means putting up more of these little blurps along the way, I'm looking into doing that just to fulfill the needs. Some groups get a half an hour, 45 minutes. I don't know why. I've been asking why. I don't get any real reasons. But anyway, I live with what I got. Until next time, we'll continue this with part 4, being justified by law or justified by the Torah. Until next time, that concludes this series. We have now 3 of them. What should have been 1 or 2, but I like to ramble. What can I say? Next time, next set. This is Yeshua. This is Daniel, Rabbi Daniel Bomeng, on behalf of Yeshua HaMashiach. Saying blessings to you, and God be with you. Shalom.